Now, you can sit down, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to, starting with you, Carlos, I'm going to give you each 5 minutes to present what your institutions are doing. We need another mic? Are we sure? Oh, yeah, we could share a mic. Yes, come on. Now, Carlos might be a bit modest, so I will say to you, because I'm from the same institution as Carlos, is that he has been a pioneer in this whole social economy, new economy. He has been doing it and really raised the profile within the committee, because a few years ago, no one in the committee was talking about it. So, Carlos, we're really keen to hear about what you have to say.
Thank you very much.
Mike?
Thank you very much, Brenda. Bueno, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Authorities, ladies and gentlemen, friends. I'm going to have a chat in English. I have to. I've been forced by Diego to make an introduction in English. And as I work in the institutional field, I had to. So I'm going to follow a bit of a paper.
As Brenda mentioned, I'd like to introduce the European Economic and Social Committee. We are an public advisory body to the major European Union institutions. That means European Commission, represented here, European Parliament, also represented here, and European Council, that is not representing for the moment. Yeah. Okay. We do this through opinions or reports on European Union legislative proposals, but we also have the capacity to develop own initiatives. We also serve as a bridge between the European Union institutions and organized civil institutions. And that means employers' organizations, trade unions, and other interests as consumers. I am representing Spanish consumers, also farmers, ecologists, liberal professions, and so on. And we are fostering participatory democracy in order to establish a structured dialogue between the different interests. We try to link the different interests of society. And for that purpose, of course, this is an excellent forum, and we are very happy and proud to be here. And now we will turn to the subject at hand. As EESC, we are promoting a participatory process aimed at managing a fair transition, co-creating a more sustainable, collaborative, and people-oriented economy, reconciling prosperity and efficiency with social inclusion and environmental responsibility. How do we do that? Through our own initiative opinion, as I have mentioned, our open debates, our studies, and of course, reacting to European Commission legislative proposals. In fact, our philosophy, deeping on this issue, is moving from an economy based on ownership to one based on use. And in this sense, I am very pleased to mention our background during the 5 or 7 last years. Last December, we were reacting to European Commission proposal about collaborative economy, and we recommended ensuring a balanced coexistence between models that guarantees its full development without causing negative externalities. And it's very important in terms of protecting competition, fair taxation, and high-quality employment. The final parties to this transaction should be primarily peers. It's a P2P relationship and never part of B2C. That's very important. Another important initiative, opinion on functional economy. That means a company no longer sells its products, it sells the use of the product. For example, if a company builds for its fleet of industrial tires per kilometer driven, and that slows down planet obsolescence. And in this regard, we as committee produce another own initiative opinion about product lifetimes and consumer information. And after we launched an empirical study to investigate how product labeling on estimated lifetime could have an impact on consumer behavior. The answer was very, very important. The majority of people take into account the information about durability of products. And now we are moving to the last step. In late 2015, European Commission published its Circular Economy Action Plan, and in our opinion report, we proposed an open European platform for the circular economy, bringing together stakeholders and civil society involved in resource efficiency. This platform would provide opportunities for exchanging and raising awareness around best practice. Okay, EC was in favor of our proposal, and from March 2007, we are coordinating this platform. And now we have to ensure that the agenda is appropriately driven by our committee, and all of you as stakeholders are welcome to participate in our work. And finally, very briefly, seeking the future, our challenge, defining which elements makes an economic model more sustainable. Of course, this is a rollover process. Second, debating which emerging economic models seem the most promising in terms of their sustainability. And, of course, identifying impediments to the development of these new sustainable economic models. And finally, very important.
That's a second and finally. This is the final and finally.
That's right.
Perfect.
So, finally, discussing how public policies and initiatives at European, national and regional level can foster and support the development of these models, and indeed its practical implementation both by businesses and public institutions. Thank you.
Gracias. Now, Florent, now you are a member of the European Parliament. So I'm keen to know, what can the European Parliament do to support the new economies as they contribute to a better Europe?
Oh, thank you, Brenda. And let me do something. I will do it in Spanish because I think for once in my country, I want to do it in my own language. That would be easier, I think, to connect better with you today. So, buenas tardes a todas y todos.
Good afternoon, everyone. It really is a pleasure to answer this question. I'm particularly thinking about what is European Parliament and what is it doing for the new economy. And to introduce this, I'd like to remind to my mind, that is very diverse, as the European Union is. So when we see the European project, we see several areas, or souls, you could say. For example, some souls defend that austerity policies are the ones that really work to build Europe. But we, from our group I support, we believe that's the opposite of what we should do to build a unified Europe. Some people believe that you can grow in a finite world. They would think that thing of growth really doesn't work. Some people think that we have to approve international commerce treaties with the United States or with Canada, so we make our countries richer. But we believe this is quite the opposite. It's going to endanger employment in the European Union. And yet some other groups in Europe, they think that we have to support new economies. And you are a very, very good example of those new economies. For example, those who say very, very basic things. Economy has to be circular, has to imitate nature. It cannot be a linear growth. You have to go back to reutilize what we are producing. Some of the people say that we have to support each other, to support the heart of Europe, social solidarity economy with values. More than 50 million people are already working in social economy in Europe. Some of the people say that we have to rethink the way we do economy. How do we do to live in a happy way within the limits that our boundaries that our planet provides? Hundreds of people. We had a meeting in Budapest a few months ago with the idea in mind. Some of the things we need local currencies, collaborative consumer associations, collaborative banking, for example. And these are the seeds that we are now seeing grow. And from the European Parliament, few of us are trying to support these initiatives. We are in this group. We are many political parties. We are supporting this social innovation economy. Audiences, reports, supporting this kind of initiatives, putting solidarity and sustainability and democracy right in the center of the economy. Those economies have many names, but all of them, they seek the same thing. Circular economy, common good, collaborative, and truly collaborative, not collaborative economy that actually undermines the right of employees. Blue economy, green economy, sustainable economy. Transition cities. Those are the seeds, and I would say even more than seeds, what we have really are isles. European isles that are emerging. What they need to do is to make alliances amongst each other. So little by little, we can build what is like a set of isles, a transformation land. So we can gradually build a new European continent based on those values. Sustainability, democracy, and justice. So really a new economy, a true new economy where the slogan really would be, more than a slogan, that would join us would be to live well, to live happier between the boundaries of our planet.
Oh, very inspiring words. Now, Katerina, you're quite interesting because you work for the Commission. Yeah. You're based here in Spain.
Yeah.
So so the question I have for you, because you'll be linking the institutions and what's happening at the national and very much the local level, because we heard the mayor earlier. So what can you do to help to promote this collaboration?
Yeah, okay. Now that we are all speaking in Spanish, I think I'll switch to Spanish because it's, for us it's easier. So, entonces...
Bueno. Right, so I'm going to start telling you what we do in Brussels. From Brussels, it's true that since 2011 or before, we've been discussing, talking, but this year, it's really when we're going to do something this year is when we are really we're starting a platform with different, within the European Commission. It's like your government with the ministries. So now we're doing a group in which we are really thinking about how to integrate social integration, social economy, how we integrate these with different policies, and how we're really going to reach the businesses and we're going to reach the society. For example, I'm in charge of the regional policy here in Spain, urban policy. So what I do is the management of the structural funds. You probably have thought about the further funds, the European funds, social funds. Yeah, right, very good. So in the past, it was all for infrastructure, roads, also for the high-speed train, very good, to be here in Malaga in 2 hours. But here in 2014-20, we're focusing on the small, medium-sized companies and so on. Here, the management of the social funds is shared with the regions, because these are regional policies. So the regional government and the local government, you are the ones who really can choose how this European financing is going to be implemented. What is the innovation that you are supporting? And this is, here you can go to green economy, orange, blue, anyone. The name really doesn't matter. What is important is to have a vision, and it all starts with a political vision. We also have other funds, like the Horizon 2020, but also I'd like to mention that what we're doing now, it's also, we have the innovation competition for 2017, focusing more on the digital bridge in technological changes, and also we are putting in practice a platform of social innovation challenges, and this platform is going to start now in May, and it's going to be working during the summer. It's going to be launched in Berlin, and here you can put what are the challenges, what are our challenges in society. We've been going to be working with change makers, with innovators. We're going to be looking for solutions, and when we do a matchmaking, when we have a project that really meets our challenge, there are some grants of 30,000 euros, and so this platform will receive this money. For example, the total is 2.4 million euros. So there is a lot of financing. So here, what we do here, what can we do here? It's really an advantage, really good to be here in this member state. We also have an office in Barcelona, we have an office in Madrid, and from the Madrid office we've started doing some seminars, some meetings about circular economy. We started in 2016. We are doing something similar in Zamora on the 19th of May. You're invited. In Madrid, what we did last year was at the national level, looking for what are good practices, what are initiative projects, what is being done, how can we all co-create, do this networking, do this mapping, what is being done in Spain, because sometimes a lot of things are being done, and when we call the government, local governments, they don't really understand what is the circular economy, what is the blue economy. So we are identifying projects. So our aim is really to create this space, encouraging the governments, because with this European this European funding, is the local governments the ones that can apply for these funds. We can see how the think tanks, the change makers, the universities, and everyone who wants to change the world are all welcome, and is to look for solutions promoting networking. In Zamora, what we're going to do is think globally, act locally. So our partners will be north of Portugal and Galicia in Castilla y León, and we're going to do this event promoting these initiatives. It's more about circular economy, but we also do collaborative economy. We also do social innovation. It's all around these topics. And then in Madrid, on the 9th of May, we have another event focusing more on cities. So you're all invited to participate, and also we do streaming, so you can follow us online. Well, there are so many events. Also, I can invite you. We do an event together with the committee in Brussels on the 12th of May, and then we're doing a seminar on the 23rd of May in Madrid. So this is an initiative where we're going to debate and discuss all social issues. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, I think the common theme coming from the three of you is definitely about the circular economy. There's a lot happening there. You mentioned there's a lot happening at the city level, and I can vouch for that. We've got some quite dynamic mayors, and obviously the mayor of Malaga is no exception. I'm looking here to see. So, given what, because you said we have an event on the 12th of May, because we had a major event, as Carlos said, with the Commission on the launch of the Circular Economy Platform. We had over 500 delegates, etc. Is this something that but that's European level? Of course, we had people from across the EU. When you say you're doing something here in Spain, is it of the same magnitude, or is it something a bit more, I don't know, tangible?
Well, the seminars I do is, I call them tangible and transformers. Que son muy, lo que intentamos, por ejemplo,
so what we try to do is this event in Zamora. I bring the councillors from the three regions, because if I need to talk to each other at the political level, because that's at the end of the day, is raising awareness, because it seems like in Brussels there is a platform for speakers, but sometimes local stakeholders, they don't know that these funds, the European funds, can be used for circular economy. So I'm going to do a call that is not the same as last year. It's going to be something new, something innovative, and I need to let people know that funds can be used.
No. You are fantastic. No, fantastic. And I encourage you to take her card. She's talking about funding for small, medium enterprises, especially in the blue and the green economy. I want to thank the three of you. I want you to give those three a massive applause. Thank you very much. No, thank you.